Hello dear students, how are you? Sat Sri Akal to all, JHJ. In this lecture, I want to discuss about some of the periodic properties. And before the discussion of periodic properties, it is most necessary to discuss about screening effect or shielding effect and effective nuclear force, which is known as JEF. Then first of all, I am going to discuss about effective nuclear force and shielding effect, okay, which is also known as screening effect. Generally, you know well, in case of nuclear force, what is the nuclear force? The force which used to work between the nucleus and outermost cell of any atom is known as nuclear force. What is, first of all, about nuclear force and about the nuclear force. Suppose this is the atom and this one is considered to be nucleus and this is the outermost cell. Nucleus has positive charge and here is the electron and this is the outermost cell. Okay, in nucleus proton and electrons are present. Proton and neutrons are present in nucleus. And on account of the presence of proton, nucleus got positive charge. And in each and every cells, electrons are present. And electrons have negative charge. Ultimately, on account of the contribution of positive charge of nucleus and negative charge of outermost cell, a force of attraction used to develop. This force of attraction is said to be nuclear force. Hence we can declare that the force which used to work between the nucleus and outermost cell in any atom is known as nuclear force. Okay, clear? And now I will discuss about shielding effect or screening effect. Shielding effect or screening effect. Either we declare as a shielding effect or simply we can say screening effect. Shielding effect or screening effect. What is this? Very important. Because shielding effect or screening effect, we can't discuss properly about the periodic properties of the elements. Then, first of all, about the shielding effect or screening effect. See, this is an atom having more than one cell. In this element, this one is the atom of particular element and it has 1, 2, 3 cells. First cell, second cell, third cell. This is the atom of any element having 3 cells. Okay? Just like sodium. 281. For example, as sodium, its atomic number is 11. 281. Having 3 cells. Right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here is a positive charge in nucleus and negative charge on outermost shell due to the existence of electron. And we used to discuss about the nuclear force which is realized between the nucleus and outermost shell. And you have noticed something here. In this case, number of electrons in sodium, number of electrons are 11 and number of protons are also 11. Ultimately, positive and negative both of charge is going to increase. Then what about nuclear force? ये जनरली लगता है कि पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव चार्ज बढ़ेगा तो न्यूक्लियर फोर्स विल आल्सो इंक्रीज, बट इट इज नॉट यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ. In this case, these are the inner cells, second cell and first cell. These are considered to be inner cells, and this one is the third cell is the outermost cell. Okay? Now you know these inner cells means second and first cell used to produce objection in any atom. Example is given in front of you. These inner cells used to produce objection for the interaction between positive charge of nucleus and negative charge of outermost cell. This opposition phenomena is known as shielding effect or screening effect. Listen once more. In any polycells atom you know, those atoms which have more than one cells. Ultimately in polycells atom, the inner cells used to oppose partially. Inner cells used to oppose partially for the combination of positive charge of nucleus and negative charge of outermost cell. This opposition activity created by the inner cells is known as shielding effect or screening effect. किसी पॉलीसेल्स एटम में इनर सेल्स के द्वारा न्यूक्लियस पर प्रेजेंट पॉजिटिव चार्ज और आउटर मोस्ट सेल पर प्रेजेंट नेगेटिव चार्ज, इन दोनों को आपस में इंटरैक्ट होने से जो पार्शियली अपोज करता है, दैट अपोजिशन फिनोमेना इज सेड टू बी शील्डिंग इफेक्ट. दिस इज जनरल डेफिनेशन. बट व्हाट इज द ओरिजिनेशन ऑफ shielding effect? Why inner cells used to oppose positive charge interaction of positive charge of nucleus and negative charge of outermost cell? क्यों ये अपोज करते हैं? और आप ये अच्छी तरह से जानते हैं, पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज, पॉजिटिव चार्ज ऑफ न्यूक्लियस एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज ऑफ outermost cell is responsible to produce nuclear force. But why these inner cells are responsible for the shielding effect? Reason. Listen this statement which is most remarkable. Suppose this positive charge is going to interact, the positive charge of nucleus is going to interact toward the negative charge of outermost cell. Then you know these inner cells why oppose? How oppose? How inner cells used to oppose for the movement of positive charge toward the outermost cell? Because inner cells have negative charge. Because inner cells have the existence of electrons. Cells are known for the presence of electrons. In these inner cells, electrons are present and electrons have negative charge. when this positive charge used to move towards the outermost cell, then the negative charge of inner cells used to attract to this positive charge, and hence it used to make objection. Ultimately, in these inner cells are responsible to produce objection for the interaction of positive charge of nucleus and outermost cell of atom. Why? Because when this positive charge used to move toward the outermost cell, then in these inner cells electrons are present and electrons have negative charge, and negative charge used to attract to this positive charge towards itself. Ultimately, whole the amount of this positive charge of nucleus can't interact on the outermost cell. And suppose you want to explain, then why does this negative charge of outermost cell can't move towards the positive charge of nucleus? Suppose the negative charge on outermost cell want to move towards the nucleus, and when it is going towards the nucleus, then these inner cells are present on the way, and since these inner cells have negative charge on account of the presence of electron, and this negative charge is moving towards the nucleus, and these inner cells have also negative charge, and negative charge used to make repulsion. Ultimately, these inner cells used to produce objection for the interaction between the positive charge of nucleus and negative charge of outermost cell. These used to produce objection for the movement of positive charge towards the outermost cell due to attraction, and also produce objection for the movement of the negative charge of outermost cell towards the nucleus through repulsion. इन न्यूक्लियस का पॉजिटिव चार्ज जब आउटरमोस्ट सेल के नेगेटिव चार्ज तक पहुंचना चाहता है तो ये इनर सेल के पास से गुजरता है, और इनर सेल्स में नेगेटिव चार्ज होता है, तो उस पॉजिटिव चार्ज, इस न्यूक्लियस के पॉजिटिव चार्ज को ये अपनी ओर अट्रैक्ट करते हैं नेगेटिव चार्ज के थ्रू फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन को डेवलप करके. और बाय द सेम वे when the negative charge of outermost cell want to move toward the nucleus, because nucleus है पॉजिटिव चार्ज, तो ये आउटरमोस्ट सेल पर उपस्थित नेगेटिव चार्ज को न्यूक्लियस तक पहुंचने से किसके थ्रू रोकते हैं? रिपल्सन के थ्रू. व्हाई? बिकॉज जब ये नेगेटिव चार्ज, आउटरमोस्ट सेल का नेगेटिव चार्ज न्यूक्लियस के पॉजिटिव चार्ज को इंटरैक्ट करेगा तो बीच में क्या पड़ेंगे? सेल्स. और जब इन सेल्स के पास पहुंचेगा तो सेल्स में नेगेटिव चार्ज है. इन सेल्स में नेगेटिव चार्ज क्यों है? ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज मेक रिपल्सन. अल्टीमेटली पॉजिटिव चार्ज को आउटर मोस्ट सेल तक पहुंचने से रोकते हैं अट्रैक्शन के थ्रू, और आउटर मोस्ट सेल के नेगेटिव चार्ज को न्यूक्लियस के पॉजिटिव चार्ज को मूव करने से रोकते हैं रिपल्सन के थ्रू. दिस अपोजिशन एक्टिविटी इज नोन एज शील्डिंग इफेक्ट और स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट. Therefore, shielding effect is directly proportional to number of cells. As the number of cells are going to increase, shielding effect will also increase. Either you can say shielding effect, or it is also known as screening effect. As the number of cells are going to increase, no doubt, shielding effect or screening effect will also increase. And now I want to explain. It is very important thing. Now I want to explain the variation of shielding effect on moving up to down in a group and on moving left to right in a period. Okay? Then first of all, its variation along a group means of shielding effect. Variation of shielding effect on moving down the group. Variation along a group. What will happen to the value of shielding effect on moving down the group, on moving down in any group? Okay, since shielding effect is directly proportional to number of cells. Okay, and it is universal truth. It is universal truth that on moving down the group, in any group, from first up to 18, the number of cells are going to increase. And when number of cells are going to increase, no doubt, shielding effect will also increase. Hence, it is universal truth that on moving down the group, the value of shielding effect used to increase. For example, as in first group, see, in case of first group, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubium, cesium, francium. And atomic number 1, 3, 11, 19, 37, 55, 87. These are the atomic number of the element present in the first group. And you can explain its electronic configuration in simple terms. To explain out the number of cells according to 2n square, 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 8, 8, 1, 2, 8, 18, 8, 1, 2, 8, 18, 18, 8, 1, 2, 8, 18, 32, 18, 8, 1. You can check. It has hydrogen has only 1 cell, lithium 2 cell, sodium 3 cell, potassium 4 cell, rubium 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cell, cesium 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cell, and in case of francium 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cell. It means I am moving down the group. Example is in front of you. I am moving down the group. Number of cells are going to increase. And according to this mathematical approach, since shielding effect is directly proportional to number of cells, and if the number of cells are going to increase, no doubt shielding effect will also increase. So it is a universal truth. On moving down the group, in any group, the value of shielding effect used to increase continuously on account of increasing order of the number of cells. Clear? Okay, any doubt? If there is no doubt, I feel so proud. And now variation along a period. Now variation along a period. What will happen? This we have to explain the value of shielding effect. But what will happen to the value of shielding effect on moving left to right in any period? This relation is enough, and since we know variation along a period are moving left to right. It is universal truth that in any period the number of cells always remain constant. Only the number of electron in outermost cell of each of the element of related periods used to increase. But total number of cells of all the element related to that particular period always remain constant. If we are discussing about second period, then all the elements of second periods have only 2 cells. Suppose we are going to discuss about fifth period, then all the elements of fifth periods have 5 cells. Suppose we are going to discuss about seventh period, then all the elements of seventh period must have 7 cells. And when the number of cells remain constant, then no doubt on moving left to right in any period, the value of shielding effect will also remain constant. We are providing one example. For example, as for the second period, we are discussing basically about the second period, and second period is this one. Lee, Babe, Cano, Funny. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the second period. All these elements belong to second period. From atomic number 3 up to atomic number 10. But you know, here each and every element of this period has strictly 2 cells, because all these elements belongs to second period. How will you prove? 3, do electronic of 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 2, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 2, 6, 9, 2, 7, 10, 2, 8. Hence you can notice each and every element has 2 cells. Example is given in front of you. In case of lithium, 2 cells. In case of neon, 2 cells. In case of nitrogen, 2 cells. Although the number of electron in the outermost cell of each and every element is going to increase, but the number of cells remain constant. And if the number of cells remain constant, no doubt shielding effect will also remain constant. Hence we can declare on moving left to right in any period, the value of shielding effect or screening effect always remain constant. And now I want to discuss about effective nuclear force, or simply you can also declare it as a effective nuclear charge. Either effective nuclear force, or simply you can say effective nuclear charge. Means in short we can remark as a ZEF, ZEFF, simply known as effective nuclear force, or effective nuclear charge. Okay? The full form of ZEF is either effective nuclear force or effective nuclear charge. Why? Charge is responsible to give birth to force of attraction. Either we can declare in terms of force or in terms of charge. Charge means positive and negative charge. What is this? You know, all those atoms which have only one cell, like hydrogen, this is nucleus and this one is the outermost cell. Nucleus has positive charge, outermost cell has negative charge. Then the force which used to work between the nucleus and outermost cell is known as nuclear force. Clear? Then what is the effective nuclear force? Let us consider. All those atoms which have more than one cell, all those atoms which have more than one cell, then no doubt if if the number of cells are more than one, then there is the existence of shielding effect. जिस एटम में एक से अधिक सेल होंगे shielding effect जरूर होगा. और if there is the existence of shielding effect, then the force which used to work between the nucleus and outermost cell is known as effective nuclear force. Means जिन एटम्स में न्यूक्लियर फोर्स पाया जाता है, स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट या शील्डिंग इफेक्ट की प्रोबेबिलिटी होती है, उन एटम्स में न्यूक्लियस और आउटर मोस्ट सेल के बीच लगने वाला फोर्स को हम इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर फोर्स कहते हैं, बिकॉज दैट इज इफेक्टेड बाय शील्डिंग इफेक्ट. सपोज this is a particular atom having 3 cells here. This one is the nucleus with positive charge, right? This is the nucleus, and this one is the outermost cell having electrons, so outermost cell has a negative charge, and these are the inner cells. These are the inner cells, and you know well, inner cells are responsible to produce shielding effect. If in any atom, if the number of cells are more than 1, in any atom, if the number of cells are more than 1, then the force which used to work between the nucleus and outermost cell is known as effective nuclear force or effective nuclear charge. Why? Because it is affected by shielding effect. Ultimately, we can declare that Jeff is inversely proportional to shielding effect. Jeff is inversely proportional to shielding effect. It is universal rule. Because shielding effect is just opposite to effective nuclear force, or effective nuclear force is just opposite to shielding effect. Or simply, this is the relation. And by the same way, we can also explain Jeff is inversely proportional to number of cells. As the number of cells are going to increase, effective nuclear force used to decrease. Why? Number of cells, increasing order of number of cells is responsible to increase shielding effect. और जितना shielding effect बढ़ता जाएगा, तो न्यूक्लियस पर पॉजिटिव चार्ज और आउटर मोस्ट सेल पर उपस्थित नेगेटिव चार्ज दोनों के मिलने की जो प्रोबेबिलिटी की क्वांटिटी कम होती जाएगी. क्वांटिटी की प्रोबेबिलिटी कम होती जाएगी. Hence, Jeff and shielding effect both are reciprocal to each other. क्योंकि जैसे नंबर ऑफ सेल बढ़ते जाएंगे shielding effect बढ़ता जाएगा. और shielding effect क्या करता है? पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव चार्ज को आपस में मिलने से पार्शियली अपोज करता है. तो shielding effect बढ़ता जाएगा. तो shielding effect के बाद भी न्यूक्लियस और आउटर मोस्ट सेल के बीच जो फोर्स लगता है, दैट इज नोन एज सेल्फ और इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर फोर्स और इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज. हेंस वी कैन डिक्लेयर बाय अडॉप्टिंग दिस रिलेशन, Jeff is inversely proportional to number of cells. Jeff means effective nuclear force or effective nuclear charge. It means as the number of cells used to increase, Jeff is going to decrease. And if the number of cells are going to decrease, Jeff used to increase. Clear? There should be no chance of any doubt. Confusion नहीं होना चाहिए. Confusion is very close thing of a lazy student. Active students, in case of active students, having no stability of confusion. If there is any chance of confusion, you have to discuss about that. I used to explain in detail, and now I want to explain what is the variation of effective nuclear charge or effective nuclear force along a group and along a period, right? About the effective nuclear force and variation along a group. Now variation along a group. Okay, about the chip. Chip is enough now. And about variation along a group. Variation along a group. You know well, periodic table is the palace of the elements. हमारे periodic table elements का रंग महल. And what will happen to the value of Z on moving down the group? Since Z is inversely proportional to whose? Number of cells. And I have proved already that on moving down the group, number of cells used to increase. There is no need to explain by giving example again. Each and everyone know. In any group, as you will move down the group, number of cells used to increase. And if the number of cells used to increase, then this mathematical relation will explain that the value of Z is going to decrease. Hence you can declare, on moving down the group, the value of Z is going to decrease. Okay? And second part, which is very important, variation along a period. This is very remarkable point. Most remarkable point. Very, very important. In simple state you can say that on moving left to right in any period, number of cells always remain constant. It is universal truth. ये आपको मालूम है. किसी पीरियड में लेफ्ट टू राइट मूव करने पर number of cells always remain constant. Then you can declare, if the number of cells remain constant, then Z will also remain constant. किंतु ऐसा हो न सका, because you know chemistry is the subject of exception. सिंपल स्टेट में तो आप यही डिक्लेयर करेंगे कि यहां पर भी अप्लाई हो जाता है. बेटा ऐसा नहीं. It is going to prove on account of the cell. जहां न पहुंचे रवि वहां पहुंचे कवि, और जहां न पहुंचे कवि वहां पहुंचे हमारे जैसा अनुभवी. It means this is very remarkable point. When I am moving left to right in any period, when number of cells remain constant, then the value of Z should also remain constant, but it is not applicable. Why? See, we are taking the example of the second period life. As for second period, Lee, Babe, Kano, funny. This is the lining thread. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I want to prove that number of cells will remain constant. This is second period. Do electronic configuration. 3 means 2, 1. 4 means 2, 2. 5 means 2, 3. Electronic configuration according to 2n square. 6 means 2, 4. 7 means 2, 5. 8 means 2, 6. 9 means 2, 7. 10 means 2, 8. This is the best example in front of you. And you can notice here, no doubt, I am moving left to right. In this period, atomic number is going to increase, but number of cells remain constant. In lithium, 2 cells are present, 1, 2. In nitrogen, 2 cells are present, 2. In first cell, 2 electron. In second cell, 5 electron. In case of fluoride, it has also 2 cells. First cell has 2 electron and second cell has 7 electron. In case of carbon, it has also 2 cells. First cell has 2 electrons, second cell has 4 electrons. It means each and every element of this period has only 2 cells. Then if the number of cells are constant, J will also constant. नहीं, you can't apply here mathematics. क्यों? क्योंकि exception. You will notice here, on moving left to right in any period, atomic number is going to increase. आपको दिख रहा है ना, लेफ्ट टू राइट मूव करते हैं, then atomic number of each and every element is going to increase. And when the atomic number is going to increase, number of protons are going to increase. And protons are responsible to produce positive charge. It will, as the atomic number is going to increase, then on account of the increasing number of the proton, the quantity of the positive charge in nucleus used to increase. Clear? यानी लेफ्ट टू राइट जाने पर प्रत्येक एलिमेंट के न्यूक्लियस में पॉजिटिव चार्ज बढ़ता जाता है. एंड वन थिंग यू नो, इन केस ऑफ लिथियम इट्स आउटरमोस्ट शेल हैज ओनली 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन. इन बेरिलियम इट हैज 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन. इन केस ऑफ बोरान इट्स आउटरमोस्ट शेल हैज 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन. In case of carbon, its outermost shell has 4 electrons. In case of oxygen, its outermost shell has 6 electrons. In case of neon, its outermost shell has 8 electrons. It means, on moving left to right in any period, the number of electrons in outermost shell, the number of electrons in outermost shell of each elements are going to increase. And if the number of electrons are going to increase, no doubt, quantity of negative charge in outermost cell is going to increase. तो outermost cell में negative charge बढ़ता जा रहा है क्योंकि outer cell में number of electron बढ़ते जा रहे हैं. And nucleus में, since atomic number is going to increase, what is the atomic number? The number of protons in any atom is known as atomic number. तो nucleus में number of proton बढ़ते जा रहे हैं तो positive charge बढ़ता जा रहा है. It means एटॉमिक नंबर बढ़ने से न्यूक्लियस से प्रोटॉन बढ़ रहे हैं तो पॉजिटिव चार्ज बढ़ रहा है. आउटर मोस्ट सेल में इलेक्ट्रॉन के बढ़ने से नेगेटिव चार्ज बढ़ता जा रहा है. एंड व्हेन द पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज बोथ इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज, बोथ आर गोइंग टू इंक्रीज, नो डाउट वैल्यू ऑफ शेप विल आल्सो इंक्रीज बिकॉज शील्डिंग इफेक्ट रिमेन कांस्टेंट. क्योंकि सब में दो सेल है तो सब में इनर सेल एक ही है ना और नंबर ऑफ सेल कांस्टेंट है तो शील्डिंग इफेक्ट तो कांस्टेंट हुआ. लेकिन आउटर मोस्ट सेल में इलेक्ट्रॉन के बढ़ने से नेगेटिव चार्ज बढ़ रहा है और न्यूक्लियस में प्रोटॉन के बढ़ने से पॉजिटिव चार्ज बढ़ रहा है और पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज के बढ़ने से ही तो क्या बनता है, Z. Hence, it is universal truth that on moving left to right in any period, the value of shape used to increase, and on moving down the group, in any group, the value of shape is going to decrease. Okay? Now I hope each and every one of all of you must strong your confidence on account of the terminology related to shielding effect और screening effect and chef. दोनों चीजें बिल्कुल क्लियर हो गई होंगी. I hope. Thank you.